Mass Effect Andromeda. It has been a while, at least a month since we had our Mass Defect episode. A lot's happened.
Yes.
A patch was released, and honestly, until 2 nights ago, when you sent videos of something that you were complaining about, I forgot the game existed. It's sad to say that Mass Effect was that forgettable. I mean, when Mass Effect 3 came out, I feel that just had a lingering power about it.
It's at $40 now at GameStop. It's ridiculous.
Wow, really?
Mass Effect Andromeda?
Yeah.
Damn.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So why don't you give us an update on that?
Well,
what you think since
sad
the
to say,
patch?
I
What
haven't-
was the patch? Your complaints as of last night.
So, sad to say I haven't beaten it yet, but I know, like, I see a lot of people who have, so I'm still trying to avoid spoilers on it, because everyone's like, oh, my thoughts on Mass Effect, because I'm on a couple fan pages that like Mass Effect or are about Mass Effect, so they constantly talk about, who's your favorite character and what's your favorite portion of the ending, that kind of shit, so I've been trying to avoid it, but it goes in the BioWare direction that they did with Dragon Age Inquisition, where the main story's there, or even like the Fallout, the main story's there, but you don't really feel compelled to go to the main story. It's just a lot of useless side missions, which bums me the fuck out. I mean, when you go to the main missions, like, it is kind of okay, but it's not like compelling me to want to learn more and see how it progresses. There's no angst. There's no conflict.
There's no driving force to get you to to the end result.
Exactly. So, I'm having fun playing in the sandbox and running around and seeing what exists in the world. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, but you just compared it to Fallout, and I feel that Fallout, there wasn't like a dumb side mission in Fallout. Like, every single, you can tell that Fallout was built for the side missions. I feel they purposely make their main mission just an uninteresting piece of crap because they want you to go and explore all the cool shit that they hid in this world.
That's what Mass Effect tries to do. They try and make those side missions interesting, but they never quite reach the, I want to learn more kind of shit. It's always like me skipping through the dialogue because I don't need it. Just give me the points.
Is there
kind
any
of shit.
funny dialogue, like witty things, little silly things, background characters making jokes? And that was one of the cool things about Mass Effect 2 and 3 is walking past characters and just listening to their conversations amongst themselves.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. So, like, if you're in the Nomad with a couple characters, they'll banter back and forth to some funny shit. PB is very, like, sexual, so she has a lot of sexual humor.
Which is strange because they made her look like she's literally like a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, in everything I saw, she has like, I'm trying to remember what was her. Yeah. Remember Liara? She was pretty. She was attractive. You could tell she was like a woman.
They made Liara cute, like, because she was supposed to be young for her species, but they made her cute without being like immature cute. Like,
yeah, but she was hot. You know what I mean? At the same time, but PB is she seems like she's a kid, which really, I don't know. There was something about like her face. It's just very round, like a child. You know what I mean?
But so.
I'm gonna have to turn my video off for a couple of minutes, guys. I gotta plug my phone in and stuff like that, so it doesn't die on us. So I'm gonna disappear. Bye-bye. I'll still be talking. Continue.
So yeah, Mass Effect like tries to go that route of telling interesting side quests, but yeah, it doesn't quite reach the urgency or like the fundamental yearning of me wanting to know more. It's just like, okay, I can get some extra points over here. Maybe I'll get something cool out of it, which is kind of a letdown. But it is still fun to explore, just like even driving around the planets and doing that kind of stuff.
Like what about the patch? Because they released the patch that shrunk everybody's eyes to not creepy proportions.
I don't know about that.
Well, it really more added just Well, it's not that it made them smaller. It added more texture within them, and as far as lighting, like shadow and whatnot. Because if you looked at it, the whites of everybody's eyes were so stark in comparison to the rest of it that's what made everybody look like they had demon eyes. Now, when I saw some before and after, and Aaron will get into it in a second, whether or not he saw that. But it looked a lot better in the stills. It looked like they went in and they actually added so the eyes didn't look flat. They looked like an actual curved surface with, like, it was actually, like it had texture. Like an eyeball doesn't look flat. You know what I mean?
They added the shadow from the top down, so it actually had like some weight to it. Dimension.
Exactly. That's the perfect weight and dimension. It's the perfect way to put that.
So does that work for you? Was that?
Yeah, it definitely improved a lot of, like, when I watched the movie sequences. They definitely improved some of the dialogue, the automated dialogue, so that the gestures kind of go along with the dialogue a lot better. They fixed the intro scene with the faces tired lady. That was a big improvement. Like, they actually added an acting like scene in that instead of everyone just standing still. For the most part, all that stuff's definitely improved. It's not fantastic, but it's definitely improved from what it was.
Do they still all look like they're wrapped in plastic?
I mean, kinda, a little bit. They might have fixed that, but I haven't really noticed the difference between before and after that. Let's see. A lot of the characters really suck. Okay, so like I said, I've heard a lot of people say they beat it, and after they beat it, they're excited for what the series has to offer. So it's kind of giving me a little bit of hope that this is going to turn out good in the end. But I'm running around the ship and I'm starting to do all the loyalty missions. I think I've done 3 so far. So I'm starting to get to know the crew a bit more, and I fucking hate most of the goddamn crew. Like the main guy, Liam, the black dude who's like skinny, he was like presenting himself like his butt all the time, or was shirtless every time I went to go in. I'm like, dude, you're embarrassing yourself. Like, quit it. And he talks like an asshole, like an idiot asshole actor speaking into a microphone. He doesn't sound like a character. That's one thing that Mass Effect 1 through 3 got right, was their actors were on point with their character. Like, you believed that their character was real or invested in their backstory, that type of shit. I skip through most of the people because I just don't want to hear what they have to say. I'm just trying to get some kind of mission or whatever the fuck out of it. And that Liam guy is the friggin' worst. He's just like, one of the main fight scenes at the very beginning, you're shooting the bad guys, and he goes, "Oh, he looked pissed. Probably because I shot him in the face." Like,
oh yeah, I remember hearing that.
I remember. Yeah,
are seeing a species for the first time ever, like a new species in a new galaxy, and you're talking like a fucking asshole. What do you like? Yeah, they're trying to kill you, but maybe you should have some like, oh god, like, oh, I hope we get out of this, like some urgency to you, not like, maybe because I shot him in the face.
Sounds like a high school jock.
And you know the old Shepherd thing where he's like, I have to go, and he leaves.
Yeah.
This guy, it's a little bit more natural. He's like, oh, I'll talk to you later, and this guy goes, you know it. Like, what? Every time it pisses me off. It's so aggravating. Let's see. Vetra is the female. What's Garrus' species there?
Turian.
The female Turian, like, she's okay, and Drac is the Krogan. He feels like he's trying to rip off every Krogan that came before him. He doesn't feel like his own character. I don't know, man. PB is definitely one of the better characters. She plays that flirty female very well.
But you have another complaint about this, sorry, because you keep sending videos on of you playing the game to us.
This really pisses me off, and it, like, to the point where I'm like, fuck you, because you lazy pieces of shit. So throughout the game, I've been playing for a good several weeks now, and every Asari I come across, besides PB, has this face. It's the same face. It's a round face. The nose is too high, Miss Piggy-ish fucking nose up here. It's the same model. It's the same fucking computer model every single time. And I'm like, I mean, I get it. I'm on a different planet, and maybe you couldn't make different characters for the Asari or whatever. And then I'm on my third loyalty mission, or third mission, main mission, and it's to find the Asari Ark. And so every character is a fucking Asari.
And they all have the same face.
5 Asaris on screen, they all got the same fucking face. Pisses me the fuck off. I'm so angry now. I'm like, I was getting invested in the game, like, ooh, this is like I'm starting to really like this, getting going, doing some cool missions, story missions, getting the story flowing a bit, and you fuck it up with your goddamn lazy modeling, you pieces of shit.
That is really fucking lazy, because I mean, I would say that even though the Asari are all blue females in the original 3 games, they did a really good job of making them all feel like different people, making them pretty diverse.
Yeah.
I mean, even the Krogan, when you're like on the Krogan homeworld, you get the impression of every Krogan being an individual Krogan, and you could tell in the original Mass Effect, you could tell when they were being lazy and or budget constraint, because non-important characters would be wearing like a mask. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The only species that gets away with that is the Geth. Yeah, no.
The
Yeah,
Geth,
exactly.
the jellyfish people, you know.
But not even that. Like, I can let it go for the one individual Asari that you see per planet that you talk to. But when you get to a main story mission where the fucking main characters are all Asari, you pieces of shit. This shows that you are lazy motherfucking pieces of shit. And it pisses me off. It pisses me off to no end if you can't tell. I'm a little angry that you gave me the same ugly-ass, pig-faced shrew of a circle-headed Asari.
Well then, I love
God
it.
damn.
I can't wait to hear an update again in another week or so.